Before we get out of here, Jack, let's shout out Boogie, man.
Yes,
Won a
sir.
championship over there in Taiwan.
Yes, sir.
Doing his thing. Salute, bro. We see you.
And that's the first championship because he is all the Smoke Productions family. So that's the
Yeah.
first championship we bring home to the family.
Yes,
appreciate
we
you,
appreciate
boo.
you. Yes, sir. So looking
Appreciate
forward to
you, big
catching back up
fella.
with bro. So if he doesn't go back, you trying to get him to the big three?
Yeah, he told me they wasn't doing that shit already. I'm gonna keep throwing it out there because if I get Boogie, I know I can get a third championship.
It's over. It's over.
I want it to be unfair. I'm not trying to be fair.
Yeah. Welcome back, Unplugged, our weekly look around sports, culture, entertainment, coming to you live from Jack's room in Chicago. We out here, baby. It's not too late to get your tickets to our show tonight with the Knuckleheads. Go to allthesmokeproductions.com/tour.
Pull up.
Man, we're looking to have fun, man. We and Jack been walking around the city a little bit yesterday and today, and a lot of good energy. Tickets are going fast, so be there, keep being a square. Jack, we got a newsletter now. I mean, we have a coffee table book. So
we're writers.
We're writers and excited just to kind of give you guys more of a glimpse behind the scene, what's going on, cool stuff we're doing, stuff we're getting into, just all around the goodness of all the Smoke Productions. We're going to be giving people an opportunity to win those new Air Jack Jordan 4s.
Wow, hit the screen with them.
Subscribe. You get a chance. You can use the link in the description. Or allthesmoke.beehive.
2 eyes.
That's BEEHIIV.com.
Two eyes. 2 eyes.
2 E's, 2 I's. So, yeah, the newsletter will be weekly, exclusive content, inside access, behind the scene coverage, and just overall thoughts of what the hell we got going on. Jack, thoughts on our Jordan 4s, man? I think it's just a dope opportunity, man.
Man, shout out to the shoe surgeon. We appreciate you, bro. The collab is crazy. I like the python on them. Got the All the Smoke logo on them. I think if you ever get a chance to collab with somebody so dope, I think you should take advantage of the opportunity. So we definitely blessed.
Shout out DraftKings. Shout out Shoe Surgeon. Man, the Jordans. I thought they were at my house, and next thing I know, they said they're in Jack's house. So yeah, didn't want to leave those, huh?
And the case.
That case is dope. Caitlin Clark has been dominating the news of late.
Since she was in college.
Man, but just really, and I think before we even get into this, Caitlin Clark and Angel and everything that's going on in the W, I just think overall, it's a good look for women's basketball, Jack.
Thanks.
I think it's a good look overall. I think the one thing that people have to understand, that people who have been longtime fans, 27 years of the league, like, to understand the homage and the path and those who paved the way, I think people who appreciate the game do. This Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese thing kind of reminds me, and go with me, a little bit of the Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, black star, a white star. If you remember, they say Magic and Bird saved basketball. That was the 34th year of the NBA. With all the greatness that's happened in the prior 27 years in the WNBA, some people are saying Caitlin Clark and Reese are kind of a new iteration of that. I mean, this is the 28th year for the WNBA. And again, although they've had a lot of greatness to come before these ladies are bringing the eyeballs and the attention that are going to make this game go to the next level.
Well, you hit it on the nose with the Larry Bird Magic comparison. I think they're dealing with a lot of stuff that Magic and Larry deal with. Like, people made Larry and Magic seem like it was racial between them, but it wasn't Larry and Magic.
No,
they loved each other. But everybody on the outside with their own opinions.
Pick a side.
You know what I'm saying? They had to pick a side, and they made it racial. And I think both of these young ladies are dealing with the same thing. It's always been great basketball, but it was never basketball on the eyes on basketball like it was in college for these two young ladies, and it transferring to the WNBA. So both of these young ladies have everything to do with it being the light being on basketball right now. But I will say,
and it was a talented rookie class overall. But those two are the
main two,
right?
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
Right.
And this is why I love that it's a lot of women basketball players who are speaking and having the same way we feel about it. Because when LeBron came in the league, I love LeBron. He's one of the top 3 all-time players, one of my favorite players ever. But he tried to dunk on me when he was a rookie, and I slammed him to the ground.
No, you're supposed to try,
I hard down slammed, and we have the footage. Bro, I hard down slammed him.
Yeah.
But that's just a part of the game. I wasn't trying to hurt him.
Nah.
It was just, you're not going to embarrass me and you coming into the league young. It's a part of the game.
Right.
I don't think people are doing it to actually hurt her or being a personal. If you've never been in the game, you wouldn't understand. And that's why I like the way that a lot of the female athletes are speaking up, saying that, no, this happens in the game too.
Yeah.
You know, I played this game. We're gonna treat Caitlin just like everybody else. Am I saying she didn't do what she's doing for the game? No, but she is a regular player just like everybody else when we play the game, and I respect that. So, but you have to deal with the good and bad both ways.
Yeah.
I think with any sports you deal with, people gonna praise you, and as soon as they get a chance to kick you, they gonna kick
They'll
you.
kick the shit
So
out of you.
you know what I'm saying? Just the fact that the eyes are on it, I thank both of these women, because I've been watching. I come from Texas. You know, I watched the Comets win multiple championships, but I love the fact for what Caitlin and what Angel's done for the game. I love it.
And again, I think they're the vehicle that are going to make people look up who, you know, Diana Taurasi, you know, arguably one of the GOATs, Stewie, and the list goes on how talented these women are. Asia, we'll speak about Asian a little bit later, but they've been the vehicle. But Jack, I think that brings me to I made a comment the other day, or I made a little video the other day, when Caitlin got pushed down by Sydney Carter, and it wasn't so much that she got pushed. You don't want to see cheap shots. Sometimes it happens in the physicality.
We all got hit with them.
She's gonna get beat up, and they're supposed to beat her up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we were talking about before. Like I remember the first time we played KD in the preseason when he was with Seattle. We were with the We Believe Team Warriors. We was trying to dog his ass. Trying to dog him. He was a young boy. You know what I mean? Like we tried to physically beat him up. But that's what you do to people who are supposed to next in line. They're supposed to be great. So again, my whole thing wasn't with her getting elbowed or hard screened or even knocked down. My thing was where your teammates at.
Yep.
Your teammates got to have your back because this is going to be a cold league. It's going to be tough. I mean, we saw Angel get clotheslined the other game. You know what I mean? Like this is what happens to rookies. Yep. And I think, you know, Jack, we talked about it last year or maybe 2 years ago when the shit talking. All this stuff that women, the W's been chippy.
Yeah.
They be getting in each other's face, cussing each other out, guys know saying what. It's always been this way, but all of a sudden now that people are really paying attention,
like Kelsey say, we might get cattier.
Yeah, right. like, oh my God, they talk shit. Oh my God, they foul. Oh my God, it's physical. Oh, there's flagrant twos. Like, yeah, I mean, these are women.
Yeah, they
open.
This is competition.
It. So, I mean, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I just think overall the attention is good. You can't pick and choose what kind of attention you want because when attention comes, you get both sides of it. But shout out all these women, the ones that are doing it now. They brought a bunch of eyes, and the ones that paved the way for these women to be able to do what they do.
Cynthia Cooper, Cheryl Swoops, all y'all.
Tina Thompson,
we love all
Lisa
y'all.
Leslie.
Yeah, we love all y'all.
I mean, it goes on, man. So Don Staley.
Yeah.
So, you know, again, I'm excited that this is a topic and that these women are getting, you know, lights on them, whether it be good or bad. But it's for the growth of the league. And this is how, you know, when we talk about, I think there was a thing that was recently, but, you know, the top 5 players in the league. And I think it's Skylar Diggins is making like around 1.3 million.
Yeah, she's the highest.
These kind of eyeballs only go back for their next negotiation. I think it's next summer. This is the kind of stuff, the eyeballs and the commentary and the Stephen A's and the Pat McAfee's and us and everybody talking about this shit that goes back to the bargaining table. Like, okay, like these are people that they're watching these games, and that's how these women's salaries grow and they start making more money. So it's a whole ecosystem. And shout out all the women players out there, everybody who covers it is here. You know, Jack, just yesterday, the Candace Parker's rookie year. That viral moment where they were trying to dog her. You know what I mean? And the scuffle that went down.
The sparks wasn't going.
No, the sparks wasn't going. Rick Mahorn was right in the middle, old school bad boy. But I mean, I think I say all that to say that this has been a physical game. This has been a skilled game. This has been a very competitive game. And I think all the new eyes are growth, whether it be good or bad. They're talking, and that's what you want when you're trying to grow the game.
You can't direct competition, man. Just let it happen.
Things got a little tricky this morning for Stephen A. On First Take with Monica McNutt. And Stephen A. was talking about, you know, who talks about the WNBA, who talks about the women, who talks about women's sports more than First Take. And Monica McNutt put her foot down and stood on business. You're already smiling.
Yeah, shout out Double M. Shout out Double M, man.
She said, respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this years ago.
All right.
Who talks about the WNBA? Who talks about women? Who talk about women's sports more than First Take?
Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Again, it's interesting, because I got to see the edit. I was on the plane when it happened, but listening to Monica talk, I kind of got the sense of women that talk about men's sports kind of have to watch their tongue and the way they address things, and I never looked at it that way.
Mm-hmm.
The way they approach, the way they call things, I never looked at it that way. And now, they're saying that men who are coming into this space need to do similar things. You need to watch the way you address and certain words not to say and do, and it's just a really interesting time. But when you hear those two go back and forth, and obviously, Monica McNutt, had a mic drop on Stephen A. What was your thought?
I love that take, Matt, because we always say, can't nobody really speak about the NBA better than we can. Right? She's a female basketball player that's been there and that done it. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to go against what she's saying. But and she made a point. A lot of times people talking loud don't make you right. And she was real calm with the way she said it, and she gave, she was right. You could have been talking about this 3 years ago. I get that. But at the same time, Stephen A. Smith, they can't get mad at her for speaking facts, Matt, like you just said. It's certain shit we can say and certain words we can use when talking about women's basketball. And when women start to talk about basketball, sometimes you got guys like them, like Stephen A. Smith, that try to overtalk these women, but just because they men. You haven't played either. Mm-hmm. But just because you feel like you're a man, you overtalk these women, feel like it's certain stuff that they can't say, and that's not right.
My question to you is, do men, if we're going to join this race, do we need to take a back seat and allow the women to lead the race as far as the media goes?
Well, in my opinion, I say yes.
I ain't mad at that, bro.
Because who can tell you more about it than the women that experienced
that did it.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the main thing I like. That women that played it are starting to feel the same way we feel about a lot of people that haven't played the game that have big opinions about it.
Yeah, I ain't mad at that at all. Because again, all the tension is good attention, and it comes in different forms, good and bad. But like you said, some of these women have either played it on the highest level in the W or played Division I college or overseas and did their thing. So I do feel like
they better than Stephen A.
But I do feel like coming in, because we expect other motherfuckers to take a backseat to us when we're talking about our game.
Exactly.
So we need to take Jack. I ain't even mad at that. I didn't even look at it that way, bro.
Yeah.
But men might need to take a back seat and allow these women to steer the car, because this is their game.
Yes.
And I respect that.
Yep.
I like that, Jack.
I even go for this, Matt. I think it need to be, how we fought for black coaches in the NBA? I think we need to fight for it to be majority all women coaches in the WNBA. It's their league.
That's what you going for.
It's their league.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's their league. Let them have their league, bro. It's their league. Let's not have men try to come in and dominate and coach. I think these women should have their league, bro. And we should support their league. Not try to put the NBA spin on a woman's league.
Oh, okay.
That's
Talk
my
your
opinion.
shit.
Some cookies. Does that mean that? Cookies. Does that say without saying that the women have to take a backseat in the men's game, though?
But they have.
They have. I think they have.
They have.
I mean, there's women leading particular spaces in the male game.
But they're just hosting. They're not really trying to ask for their opinion. They just got them on as a pretty face to run the show. You know what I'm saying? But their opinions are not respected.
No, they don't. You're right. They don't care as much. Even though a lot of them know what they're talking about. I don't think we should air this part, because this part's gonna get fucked up.
Yeah.
They'll take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the men's game, there's a handful of people that broke through the glass ceiling, but for the most part.
But my point, on TV, what's her name? Light skin. I'm just using an example.
ESPN.
Malika Andrews?
Malika's asking Stephen A. basketball questions. She's asking Perk. They're not asking her basketball questions.
She does have her opinion, though.
You know what I'm saying? No, she do. But I'm saying it's set up to ask them questions. Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Because I've never heard Perk say, well, Malika, tell me what you think. I've never heard that.
You should host the WNBA.
You know what I'm saying? Stephen A. say, well, Malika, what you think? Who you think gonna win? Like, I've never heard that. She's asking them questions.
No, I like the whole idea that, if
we just need to phrase it right.
We're coming over.
This might be an Instagram post.
People are coming over. Podcasters and all.
Yes.
Podcasters that everyone's talking about. This is their game.
Yeah.
And we need to take a backseat and allow them to lead. I like that. So our brother Pat McAfee earlier today, we know Pat and know he means well.
Always.
He comes from a genuine place.
Yep.
And the love he has for Caitlin Clark, and she's been on this show. But he got himself into some shit today, Jack.
Yeah.
He got himself in a little shit. He got himself into a little bit of shit yesterday. He said, I would like the media people that continue to say this rookie class is rookie class is rookie class. Nah. Let's just call it for what it is. There's one white And as Too Short like to say, what's my favorite word from the Indiana team, who is a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like the media people that continue to say, this rookie class, this rookie class, this rookie class. Nah, just call it for what it is. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar.
Again, I don't think he meant to demean her or disrespect her by any means. But the only pushback I'll have is, maybe choose a different word, but although it's a lot to do with Caitlin, I think it also has to do with Angel.
Right.
Because again, as we touched on in the earlier show, I think their rivalry, started 2 years ago in college, and it's carried over in their family. You got to think both these women were, with all due respect, numbers-wise and business-wise, bigger than the WNBA.
Right.
They were built-in brands, and they've come over. And not only is Caitlin, because I love Caitlin, I speak up for her, and I love Angel, and I think it is a very talented class. But these women in particular are playing in front of sold-out arenas.
Right. Newsflash, Pat. Only women can say that word to each other. Okay.
Is that the rule?
If you don't know, they say it to each other all the time, and it's wanted. That's a compliment to them when they call it. But we can never say that at any time, Pat. I know what you meant. You my dog. You got a great heart. I know exactly what you meant, but the world don't know that. So, but he's right, man. He right though. A lot of people are just trying to find a way to just kick Caitlin because she's been having so much success, and people don't want to just say she did it. But at the same time, he has to give Angel Reese her credit. But she's done a lot for the game. You know what? I'm gonna keep it funky. My daughter, she's 10 years old. I went in her room, and her and her friend are watching Angel Reese videos.
Yeah.
So,
come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
A lot of black kids are watching the game because of her, dog, and I love it.
And I just don't want people to think like if you love Caitlin, you can't love Angel.
That's whack. That's a whack mentality
to have.
Love,
because obviously,
whack.
we're 2024 and we don't want to say color plays. Color always plays a thing in sports and in life in general. And I hope that people think because you love one, you don't have to hate the other.
But how you benefiting from picking sides? They ain't paying you. They ain't
finna
finna come.
Fan. You could like one more than the other, but I think at the same time we just have to understand what they both mean. Like
right.
There's a hero and a villain, so to speak, and there's a storyline in the league. And again, like I said earlier in the show, all this shit is a vehicle to see what the rest of the league is like.
Yeah.
And shit, over the first, handful of weeks, what stood out to you? A friend of the program has been killing.
That's all I want to really need to be talked about. It's how Asia been killing. That's all that needs to be talked about. She's been doing
26, 13, 3. I think the Aces are either three or 4 in the league right now. Connecticut Sun are undefeated. I think Sabrina's Liberty, I think, are number 2 in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Should have had it written down.
Brinks balling. Let's talk about the good stuff. Brinks balling.
Come on, man. Kelsey Plum, the homie.
Come on, man.
Program.
Balling.
There's just a lot of good stuff. And again, Jack, you've been a fan for a long time. I've been a fan of the game. I'm not gonna lie and act like I watched everything because I didn't.
I didn't either.
I didn't, but I definitely know who was who and who was winning and what was going on. But again, I think now that there's just been more attention, it's a hot topic. Everyone's talking about it and everyone's watching it, which we've all been saying is good for the game.
Everybody got their favorite players. So like I've been watching Ty Young since she got in the league. That's my real friend.
Yeah,
that
Ty's
is my sister. Like I know her. We hang around. So like a lot of people have been watching the game, but you can't be mad that it's big as it's ever been. The game is supposed to evolve and get bigger, and that's where we at.
Right. And like I said, good come with the bad.
Yep.
Jack, the finals are around the corner. I think game 1, is Thursday evening. They're saying that if Dallas, by the numbers, sportsbooks are saying if Dallas upsets Boston, it would be statistically the biggest upset in NBA. It's one of the biggest upsets in NBA history. I don't think we look at it like that, but I think numbers-wise, it's up there with Golden State and Cleveland. Who was the other one? Pistons over the Lakers.
Yeah. See, that don't even sound right.
What are your thoughts when you hear that? And what are your thoughts on this finals? It don't seem right to me. I think they're more evenly matched.
I just feel like at this point in the game, in the NBA and the teams that's in it, it's all about being the best in that series. None of that stuff matters.
Yeah.
Because we dealt with that. They had us getting blown out by Dallas, you know what I'm saying, and we end up winning the series. So none of that matters. They still have to play the game regardless of what they're saying or who's going to win.
Right.
But both of these teams have dealt with a lot. I think for the biggest part for me about this series, Matt, is if the Dallas supporting cast can continue to play the way they've been playing, it's going to be hard for Boston to beat them. And Boston's big two, they're going to have to be the big two every game like Luke and Kyrie has been.
No off nights.
In order for them no off nights. And the last thing, KP. If Porzingis is going to be available and what type of player he's going to be.
Good call. I mean, I think he's been out by the time game one hits, maybe 40 days, almost a month and a half he'll have been out.
You ain't healthy in 40 days? God damn.
But you got to think that you got to baby them calf strains.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that they kept Giannis out the whole playoffs. This is something that KD came back on.
And it turned in.
Happened with that. So this is and Porzingis has been someone who, you know, unfortunately had bad luck with injuries. So I think he is going to be a key to this series. You know, Boston's been the best team in the league all year. They won 64 games, but they've kind of just flown under the radar for whatever reason. You know, there's been a lot of other bigger storylines throughout the season. But then, like you said, Dallas has gotten hotter at the right time.
Yeah.
And the redemption story for Kyrie is incredible if they win this. Luka's greatness continues to climb, but there are others. There are two big boys, Gafford and what's the jumping boy? Lively.
Lucas said KP wasn't tough enough.
Oh, right, he did. He did. The way PJ Washington's been playing their role. Funny, Tim Hardaway Jr. has been pushed out the lineup.
I like it.
With the young boys.
I like it.
That's crazy.
You're not your daddy? I like it.
Oh, here you go. This nigga's crazy.
I like it because his guys that's coming off the bench has been way more productive than him.
He's a bucket, but
he can shoot, but he don't do nothing on defense. Man.
Yeah, so it's going to be, again, I'm excited. I think this is going to be a great series, you know, 2 stars versus 2 stars, and who's others come to play. But obviously I think Porzingis is going to be big, and just the storylines with Kyrie going back to Boston, what you just said about Luka, what Luka said about KP, I just think there's a lot of activity in basketball right now, male and female.
Let me get a shout out to Joe Mazzulla too. They asked him a question about Kyrie, and the reporter was basically trying to bait him to say some negative stuff. His whole reply was, well, you know, I love Kyrie. You know, he's a great player. He's done some great, amazing stuff this year. And, you know, he's somebody that we got to really pay attention to and guard. But I love everything he's doing.
Bullshit they was trying to get.
Joe, wait till I fall for it. I love Joe Mazzulla. You know what I'm saying? I even love the fact that he teach all his players to contest every shot during timeouts. If his players don't contest a shot when they call a timeout, he run out there and contest it. I love it.
What you got, Jack? What do you got this series?
Why we doing this
I think a lot of people, we are all a part of the Anthony Edwards hype. Although he's a great player,
I'm still on the Anthony Edwards hype train. Cat Soul, man. Cat Soul. I'm sorry, Cat Soul.
I'm still a big. Oh, speaking of it, we'll get to it next. Go ahead. Remind me to bring up Mason shit.
I will say that.
This is tough.
Dallas in 7. Kyrie Irving MVP.
Oh, I'm gonna go against you then. I want a good series, but I'm gonna say Boston in 7 and Tatum MVP.
You can't go wrong with that either, though.
Either one, I think it's gonna be great.
But you know what? Brown needs to get this MVP though, because this year they won all these games, and basically at the beginning of the season, if you've seen and listened to Tatum talk, he took a step back and let Brown take the lead because it ain't been working as far as him being the lead. But Brown been taking the lead a little more this year, and that's why they had a lot of success. So I think if they continue to play that way, he gonna get the MVP instead of Tatum.
I ain't mad at that.
Is Tatum top 5 to you right now?
No. Facts.
No. It is what it is.
Yeah. Speaking of Ant in Minnesota, you saw Cam came back with first of all, I like the outside the box shit that Adidas went with. That really felt like an Ant Edwards commercial. I didn't take it serious, but you know what they said, but you know, Carmelo Anthony, you know, is he ready to be, you know, the face? They're throwing that word around loosely. He just had a lot of receipts, and Cam said something, and Ant said fuck buddy. So you know, Cam came back yesterday with a whole. You ever heard the diss track?
He got diss track and he got it.
Well, I heard the Adidas line.
Nah, there's a whole song, bro.
He did freestyle.
About Ant?
About everybody.
He brought up Kevin Ware. He went at Adidas. He said, go look at Kevin Ware, what was on his toes.
So Ant said, fuck him.
He said, fuck buddy in the commercial. Like, yeah, fuck buddy. He was talking shit like, fuck buddy. Back to basketball with the championship. Luka, already a top 5 European player all time?
Yes.
Excuse me, top 3 all time.
It
with the
depends
championship.
I got Dirk and Jokic.
Okay.
What about international? Remove European. So you got Hakeem, Nash.
Hakeem went to U of H.
Where was he born? I mean, where did he grow up?
Yeah, but he went to U of H, bro.
He gave him a soft basketball and he kicked it.
Okay.
First time he got
And he
True.
did it.
Well, I mean, isn't Mutombo leading blocks of most blocks of all time?
He from over there too.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're gonna put Akeem, you got to throw Mutombo.
So is it European players or is it international players as a whole?
Let's do international.
Everyone.
International.
Where's Luka in the hierarchy?
He's still
right now, and if he wins the title, where is
Luka's still top 5 international.
All time.
Jokic is top 5 and Dirk.
Okay.
Giannis?
I'm not putting Giannis before Akeem Olajuwon.
Are you're putting Luka ahead of Giannis though?
I'm definitely putting Luka ahead of Giannis.
I ain't mad at that.
Because I said that Giannis' run was gonna run out.
So who's the top 5 then? So we got in no particular order. There's Dirk, Jokic, Luka. We got Olajuwon, so that leaves one spot for like Kukoc, Mutombo, Drazen Petrovic, Ginobili, Stojakovic. Who else has blessed the game?
This list has the top 5 right now is Nash, Dirk,
Nash. I forgot about Nash.
Giannis, Jokic, Hakeem. But that was last year.
Yeah. I'll take Giannis out, I'll take Nash out. And it'll be Dirk, Jokic, Luka, Olajuwon,
Who's that 5th?
and I'm going Ginobili. Because he does has 5 championships. Four.
of them things.
He got
of
4.
them things.
Tim got 5. He got 4. He wasn't there for the 99.
Gold medal too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, his resume, Rookie of the Year. Next 5 seasons, he's most likely to be first team All NBA. Only one of
Luka? Yeah.
Only one of 28 players in the history.
Led the league in scoring, twice in the last?
team selections by the age of 25.
Well, led the league in scoring twice?
9, and 8. Like, what are we?
For his career?
Yeah.
That's crazy, dog. What the?
What are we looking at right now?
Damn!
I mean, I would be interested
He
to
is
see.
busting y'all ass, dog.
What is
every night.
What were LeBron's numbers at this point? Similar. They got to be, right?
I mean, the games.
Game's a lot different.
A little less.
It's close. It's
Game's
close.
a lot different.
The
It's close.
rebounds and assists gonna be the same. The points gonna be different.
So this is
A little bit under, maybe 25.
LeBron was 27, 7, and 7.
A little bit under. It's a
Different
deflated league,
game.
a lot more
Different
possessions.
game. Yeah, I think Bron was going into Detroit playing against the Ben Wallace and them boys, going up against San Antonio and playing against Timmy and them boys, and Kobe.
Possessions now.
Shaq.
As NBA players, how do you look at him winning a EuroLeague title and MVP at 18 for Madrid?
I mean, I think that's dope, but it's just not the.
You the nicest motherfucker over there at 18 says a lot.
Yes.
Because it's a whole bunch of grown men you playing against. There's a whole bunch of NBA players and all these. No, at 18, that says a lot. That says a lot. Look at what he's doing right now.
Yeah, but so I said, even with all that said, that doesn't do nothing when you come here, though.
No, it
And
don't.
He's still proving his shit.
Exactly.
Since he's
You're right.
been here since
You're right.
day one. So
You're right.
I think we're witnessing greatness, man. And I think we got to appreciate it and enjoy it. I just hope this time around, with Bron and KD and Steph and maybe Steph didn't get a ton of hate, but Bron and KD got a ton of hate the whole entire time, which is crazy. Obviously there's more love, but the hate is louder. I just hope we appreciate this next generation of new stars because they're incredible and they're doing great things. Jake Plummer episode drops this week. Our brother,
Shroomies,
we went out there, milligram.
Space Cheetos, Turkey Tail,
We learned a lot. What do we have? Lion's
Lion's
tacos?
Manes. Dell's wife. This is a special message coming from Stephen Jesse Jackson. You made vegan passion fruit tarts that were out of this world. Send us some, please. Thank you, baby.
Shout out Umbo.
Yes.
Healthy solutions for people. Again, this is a little different. It's for you guys to see this, man. This was a good one. We had a good
A lot of health benefits, though.
A lot of health benefits. Excited. Got a chance to play catch with the snake.
Yeah.
The shit that had me rolling though when he was leaving, when he told me he was gonna go see Prime. What did he say? Tell him the snake said hello.
Yeah. Tell him the snake said hello.
And Dion respected him though too.
That's his guy.
Dion said, that's my guy.
That's his guy.
Yeah. Jake can play that game. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, man, shout out Jake Plummer. Episode drops this Thursday. Make sure you guys tap in. Hey man. Still time to buy tickets before you get out of here.
What you
All the
waiting
Smoke
on?
Productions/tour. Get you some tickets. Come hang out with us. Quentin Richardson, Darius Miles. Talk to him. Chicago wants all the smoke. Anyway, man, hopefully we'll see you guys tonight. We'll catch you next week with the show.
Yes.
Catch us on All the Smoke Productions YouTube and the DraftKings Network, man. We'll see you guys next week.